If the season ended today, we'll go around the horn. It's the most popular conversation right now. We'll start with Perk. Who's your MVP?
If the season ended today, I would have to give it to Joel Embiid. And it's no disrespect to Giannis because I think Giannis will get bored with him. But let me say this. The reason I would give it to Joel Embiid is because he was the runner-up last year. He came back and had a better season this year. Second year in a row, leading the league in scoring, doing it on both ends. And I just think he earned it. I just think he really, really deserved it. Forget the crying and whining that he's been, complaining about in the media. When it comes to him getting on the floor and delivering in great fashion, he has not disappointed us.
So I currently have Giannis over Embiid, but I think right now the way the season ends, I think it's still Jokic. I have Jokic, Embiid, or I have Jokic, Giannis, then Embiid, and it's probably the closest MVP race that I have really witnessed and seen in my lifetime that I remember kind of following throughout the season. I just think, like, again, if we're talking about the two best records in Milwaukee and we're talking about the best record in Denver. It's just tight for me. I love, like, what Jokic has done is historic, the numbers. But I think that Giannis has the best team in basketball.
Just pick one, bro. Like,
I just said Giannis, bro.
All right. Well,
you actually said Jokic.
Over.
Yeah, he said Jokic.
No, I'm saying I have Giannis over Embiid, and then I have Jokic as one. So that would be my 1, 2, 3.
Channing?
Mine is Embiid, right? I think we talked about what guys did last year, or this is stuff like this is a this year trophy, and we look at like Joel Embiid's dominance and how he's doing it, and then to contradict my own self, you would look at like who's having a year outside themselves, right? Who's having a better year, better than the year that we thought they would ever have, and that's Joel Embiid, right? You look at like what he has done. I think he has 30-point games or something like that. Like, it's unheard of. And to lead the league in scoring 2 years in a row as a center in this day and age where it's basically guards. I don't want to say anybody else is wrong by saying Giannis or Jokic, but you can't say that, oh, well, Jokic just should be it because he doesn't have an all-star. Well, James Harden didn't make all-star this year. So, like, for me, you look at like his body of work this year and his dominance and what he's doing for his team. And also, this is my criteria. He wants it. He wants to be the face of the league. He wants that name on the back of his jersey, that MVP that can carry the NBA outside of basketball, right? He's dynamic. He's engaging. He controls people. And he also steps up when he needs to when it comes to playing other big men. Like, he did give Jokic 49.
Yeah, but he didn't give Jokic an opportunity to get his lick back the other night, which I was highly disappointed in him. But can I say this?
Is it about this is a regular season award? They're trying to, no matter, even if he had given him another 50-piece and he gets hurt and doesn't do well in the playoffs, they go, well, here we go. We give another MVP trophy to a guy. His health is more important than that one game.
You know what? I'm glad you brought this up because I actually have a vote, and I'm going to consider this because I'm glad you brought this point up. Like, a guy that actually values being the MVP or want to win the award and actually says it plays a lot into that. Sure. I don't want to vote for somebody that said, oh, I don't care about winning the MVP. Why wouldn't you care? Like, it's the highest individual award that you could accomplish in the league. And I'm not talking about like the finals MVP. But why wouldn't you want to get that? So for people to come out and say, oh, you don't care about it, or I don't care about that. Like, why wouldn't you care about winning the MVP of the NBA? Like, that's ridiculous.
That part, Perk, I'm 100% with you. Now, I'm not big on the campaigning. I'm not big on that type of stuff. But to dismiss it, and again, I think Jokic's story is more of like, look, I've won the MVP. I want to win a championship. So I don't want to take those words out of context and say, like, that's not what my focus is. Even when you're looking at Joel Embiid, he has prioritized in that singular game because he was like, look, I want to win a championship. Yes, I do want to win the MVP. And I miss out on that matchup. It's because that's just one of the goals into my ultimate goal, which is winning a championship. And if your first goal is going to, or if your third goal is going to affect your first goal, then it's like, I got to sit out of this game, even though I'm messing up a matchup.
But don't y'all love it when somebody feel like they feel bad and they feel hurt that they didn't win it? Like that shows, like Joel not winning it, like that hurt him. Like I love to see that.
Yeah, Draymond, like that's my homie, man. But like when he was like making fun of Rudy Gobert, that got emotional because he didn't make the All-Star game and he was a little pissed off. Like bro, like that means a lot to him. Like I'm not saying look, I don't care how you show emotion. We're not going to throw the toxic masculinity, but like I give a fuck when people care. I give a fuck when people care. And if it shows that and he was genuinely hurt, like that's fucking fine. I'm not going to question. I'm not going to think he's soft out on that court. You're not going to just look. So I'm just saying that like the fact that people can openly say that they are affected and they're upset. Shoot, don't forget after Joel didn't win the MVP last year, he did like that it was affecting him. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You can see it was affecting him. And like that motivates him for the next year.
I was going to say, and I don't think it shows more than in the way in which he responded. And he comes back and he does it again and continues to play at a high level and shows that he deserves it.
Well, Allie, you're not getting off the hook. Who's your MVP?
I believe I've said this as well, and I'm going to stick to it. I would go with Joel Embiid.